Pisces, good morning. Hey, this is the TMI video, only because it has to be done. I've only heard of acidifier. It's true. It exists. I now know in a real personal way. I also did an enema. I had pooped on day 1, and after that had not pooped. But I felt the real need yesterday to do an enema. And I sure wasn't going to do it before 12 hours of running up and down in the unit. So I did it this morning. So I probably went a little bit longer than I ought to have. But I feel like a lot better. And I know that I'm going to do another one next week. I'm not bowel obsessed, so I don't mind doing it every week or every 3 or 4 days. You really shouldn't be doing any kind of bowel thing like that any more than like 3 days apart. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be doing an enema every day. You definitely shouldn't be taking oral laxatives every day, because you're going to lose your bowel tone and you'll get dependent upon the laxative. So my whole thing is I want to see how my bowel functions with doing this cleanse and fast. And so I still have my Pura cleanse, which I have to leave down here, or I won't remember to take it when I get home. And I also have some Cape Aloe Ferox powder to mix in with it and take that tonight before I go to sleep. I drank my water, my warm water with my salt and my Ormus in it. This jar was full when I woke up a little while ago. And, well, this is not TMI bowel and stuff related, but I got my kombucha baby to make a kombucha tea mix at work. My house has mold in it, and there's no visible mold up on the main floor. It's all in the cellar. I don't want to take any chances, so I'm doing the mix at work so it doesn't get contaminated. I have a nice locker, very clean, and so the jar should be fine in there because it should be in the dark anyway for the 2 weeks. I have organic black tea. My husband has a stash of sugar. We hardly ever touch it, so I'm going to use that even though it's like regular conventional swag sugar. It doesn't matter. The kombucha eats up that sugar in like 2.5 weeks anyway. So by the time this size develops, I will have a baby big enough to make like a gallon at least of kombucha tea, which I feel is like an essential tool in cleansing. I did buy the Health Aid kombucha tea from Walmart, and that's all I feel like talking about in this TMI video. You know what? I feel pretty good. This week is my practice week for the fasting and not eating, and I'm going for the water only this weekend. But you know, the water is like a little bit more hardcore. So blood sugars are stable. Took it this morning again, 76, 75. Day 1 was 90 something. Day 2 was 80. And then like 3, 4, 5, 70s. So, and that's how it's staying. Yesterday I was in more ketosis in the morning. I was like in the heavy ketosis line. Today I was more moderate. Yesterday I had more of my apple cider vinegar tea and coffee with creamer. I gotta get off that creamer. But it's my work. I'm not gonna be struggling with fasting at my job. So this weekend is the experiment with no half and half, no almond creamer. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I bought the almond creamer from Walmart. It really doesn't taste that great. You know, the whole thing with I wonder if I mix MCT oil with it. Anyway, so this weekend is going to be pretty much water, herbal teas for the cleansing. I might do another enema this weekend. I don't know. I really don't want to do another one because I did one today. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is how you know I'm a nurse, because I'm thinking to myself, every 3rd day, God, this is my life. When we have a patient or a long-term care resident who doesn't poop, which is almost all of them. You don't have a poop for 2 days, you get a pill. Or like I like to do prune juice and butter or, a little something. Milk of magnesia. If you don't poop in 3 days, you get an enema. Because old folks get crazy when they don't move their bowels. This is going to be me when I'm old. I'm going to be still making YouTube videos about my poop. It's all good. It's a bodily function. What can I tell you? It's especially if you're in long-term care, health care in general, you really get to see how important bowel function is, healthy bowel function. And for me, being bowel obsessed at a young age, my bowel health, the decline of my bowel health was pretty much the only sign of my Lyme disease until it got a little bit more urgent, and then the tiredness and neurological stuff started happening. But constipation was my only sign of my Lyme disease. Atypical. I was showing people the bullseye pattern. They just weren't getting it because I didn't have that blazing red bullseye thing. With my skin tone, the olives and browns and this and that and whatever was going on, and my tan, because I was tan because I was outdoors. It was summer. Yeah, it was summer by that time. Warm enough because it was June. Let me see. No, it was spring. But I think I had, the older I get, the skin holds a tan. Well, not this season because I look a little pale. And not that that's a bad thing. I like pale. It just didn't look like what people were used to seeing. I mean, even with my husband when he had Lyme disease, I'm like, no, I don't know. That patch on your foot looks a little shady. So anyway, the whole point of that thing is it's important. I don't know when Mama Flo is coming. I have to calculate that. That's the whole point of this fast and cleanse, is because of the killer cramps I was having the last two things, and all the emotional and psychological and all of those kind of issues with surrounding my cycle, and what prompted my little spiritual crisis not too long ago. So, okay, I got my coffee cup, I got my black coffee. I don't really feel hungry this morning, so I'm not going to make any power coffee, tequila coffee, all this stuff. So I'm just going to sit quietly for a while, probably do some yoga. I am a little tired. I did 2 12s, and I'm going to do an 8 tonight, 3 to 11. So, I'm going to the gym now, and that's not TMI. All right.